can be damaged. Now, these are different hair conditions. Broken hair or braided hair, like the cuticles braided. Abrasions can result from brushing or manipulating the hair while styling and performing salon services, especially when it's still wet. Wet hair is more fragile than dry hair. I knew that because I've read it places before, but I don't think it's intuitive to know that it's actually more fragile. But maybe it is. It wasn't intuitive to me. Split ends, which we're all familiar with, I'm sure. If you're, well, I don't know, but the technical term for split ends is fragilitas cranium, brittle hair, or triptylosis. That's fun. Split ends start as small cracks in the cuticle that deepen into the cortex. Eventually, the hair is split entirely. So it's important to keep going for those 6-week trims. I know. I don't like going either because I like the length of my hair and I don't want them to take any more off, but it's really important. And I notice it on myself because I'll have splits that go like really far up my hair and it's not cute. Alright. Matting. Alright. It's also called Pilica pollinica. It's characterized by massive hair strands tangled together in a mat and cannot be separated. So it's like if your hair, you've been sleeping on it a lot, gets all matted, stuck to the back of your head type deal. It can be a smaller chunk than that, but if you like it really bad, it can be pretty big. The only solution really is to take shears to it. You can try to comb it out. It ends up taking a long time and being really painful most of the time. So it's better to kind of cut it out. The best thing is to not let your hair get that way in the first place. But the suggestion in this book is that the only remedy is to cut it out. But I think if you have the patience and don't mind combing that out, you can. Let's see. The next one is nodules, or Trichorexis nodosa. It's knotted hair. It's characterized by the presence of lumps or swelling along the hair shaft. The lumps are broken or partly broken places on the hair shaft. They can be caused by poorly performed chemical services, mechanical damage from curling irons or backcombing, or by an inherited defect in the hair's keratin protein structure. So, let's see. The next one is Knishes. Knishes is the name given to grayness or whiteness of the hair. Okay, a little side note. I thought this is gonna help me remember it anyway. That if I ever get a Maltese or another dog with like white hair or something, then I'm gonna name it Knishes because it means white hair or gray hair. So, congenital Knishes occurs at or before birth, primarily in albinos and occasionally in people with normal hair. Acquired Knishes refers to the loss of pigment in the hair as a person ages, or an onset may happen in early adult life. Causes of acquired Knishes may be extended illness, nervous strain, or heredity. I might get some Knishes with this nervous strain that's going on over here. Let's see. And my mom is already gray, and she's like 52. So, heredity. Yay me. The next one's ringed hair, and it's when alternating bands of gray and dark hair exist. The condition is referred to as ringed hair, right? Okay, so on a hair strand, you'd see white, dark, white, dark, white, dark, or whatever color your hair is, white color, white color, white color. The next one's hypertrichosis. It describes an abnormal coverage of hair on areas of the body where hair normally, or baby fine hair only normally appears. Hypertrichosis is also referred to as hirsutis, right, or superfluous hair. So it's hair that doesn't really need to be there. So that's like if I was growing a patch of hair like here, like dark hair that you're not supposed to have there, or like here, because you're not supposed to have dark hair there. Not if you're a girl. If you're a guy, like forehead's probably a good example because not a lot of people grow thick hair on their forehead. The next one's monolithrix. It means beads or nodes formed in the hair shaft. It's a condition where there breaks in hair occur between the beads or nodes. Treatments may be given to improve the hair condition. It just says treatments in the book. I think they mean like conditioning treatments or chemical treatments. They said it in class, but I don't really remember. I wrote it down somewhere. Okay. Mechanical damage results from the incorrect use of styling tools. So you always want to put something in the hair to protect it. I have a problem with that because I don't like regular hair products. I'm a pretty naturopathic type person, so I'd rather not use anything with a lot of harsh chemicals. Good site for that is EWG Skin Deep. It's their database. You can search your product and they can tell you how bad it is for you. If you don't have the money to go out and buy your own products, I might suggest not doing this, especially if your parents won't buy them for you, because it might just freak you out, and then, I don't know. But what I do, I use baking soda in my hair when it gets oily, and it does work. It takes the oils out of your hair. And I use apple cider vinegar as a rinse, conditioning rinse type deal. There are a lot of good websites for at-home type stuff. I have this stuff called Castle soap, and I sometimes use that as shampoo too. That's been working out pretty well for me. Yeah, so if you want some websites or more information, you can ask me about it, or maybe I'll put them in the description somewhere. Maybe not today, but another day if they're not there. So yeah, if a dryer is used too close to the hair, or a hot curling iron is left on too long, the hair may become brittle and the cortex could possibly melt. Not a good situation. Okay, fun, nice, disgusting disorders. Psoriasis. Sorry, I don't want to offend anyone if anyone has these, but they sound really gross the way they describe them in the book. If you have them, I'm sorry, because some of them are just heredity, and it's not your fault. So, yeah, so psoriasis is thick, crusty patches of red, irritated scalp resulting from an autoimmune disease of the skin. You can't tell me that doesn't sound gross. I'm sure I know people that have psoriasis, and it's probably not that, like, it's probably not as gross as it sounds, and the person, just because the disease sounds gross doesn't mean the person's gross. And the treatment is to refer a client to a physician. So now we have the dandruff disorders. The first one's pityriasis. It's chronic scalp condition with excessive flaking, which accumulates on the scalp or falls to the shoulders, as well as itchiness, tightness, and irritation of the scalp. The treatment for that is frequent shampooing with an anti-dandruff shampoo containing either pyrethroid zinc, selenium disulfide, or ketoconazole. Okay, so dry dandruff disorder, or pityriasis capitis simplex. Dry flakes attached to the scalp or on the hair, which can appear translucent. The next one's greasy or waxy dandruff disorder, pityriasis statoides. Oily flakes combined with sebum which stick to the scalp in clusters and can appear yellowish in color. Alright, and the same thing, dandruff shampoo for both of those. Let's see. Now we have external parasites. Yeah, this is stuff that you, I guess, do come in contact as a cosmetologist. And all of these, you refer them to a physician. It's really not, you shouldn't be working on them if they have these. It might be a little embarrassing for you and for them to bring it up, but it's really better for everyone instead of just ignoring it, like, okay, I'm going to do this. You really don't want to do that. So, ringworm disease, or tinea, is characterized by red circular patches of small blisters caused by a vegetable parasite. Again, refer the client to a physician. Ringworm of the scalp disease, tinea capitis, head cap, whatever. Enlarged open hair follicles that are surrounded by clusters of red spots. Hair is likely to break in the area infected. Black spots may also be visible. Refer a client to a physician. Honeycomb ringworm disease, tinea favosa. Dry, yellow, encrusted areas on the scalp called scutula. May have a peculiar odor, shiny pink or white scars may result. Refer client to a physician. Itch mite disorder, or scabies. Red and watery vesicles or pus-filled areas caused by an animal parasite. The itch mite of burrowing under the skin. Again, refer a client to physician. And head lice disorder. Pediculosis capitis. It's an infestation of head lice on the scalp, causing itching and eventual infection. And refer a client to physician. I know a lot of people are like, ew, people get lice? That's disgusting. Lice likes clean hair? I'm not saying that because I've ever had lice, but I'm also not saying having lice is a bad thing. Well, it's not fun, but you can get rid of it, so I don't really think it's, like, too terrible. Oh, okay, so our teacher said if there's a lice outbreak, and you don't already have it, use something with tea tree oil in it. They don't like tea tree oil, so then it won't spread to you. Okay. So, lanugo is a term assigned to baby-fine hair. So, like, before you're born, or, like, the translucent kind of hairs that everyone has, like, all over their body, it's lanugo. It covers most of the body, including the head, and is often not visible to the naked eye.